car's freaking out, thinking it's 128 degrees outside in Phoenix, which it's, let's see, it's completely wrong. But today's agenda: heading to Big Lake and Greer. It's currently just before 2 o'clock, so I'll get there around 6:37. Maybe if I get there earlier, I'll get to the lake and try out some fishing, but see, I guess, I don't know. Whenever, some B-roll, when I get to somewhere, I need to grab ice too, so we'll see what happens. So I don't know what it is, but out there, I just saw lightning. I mean, it's 68 degrees, so it's so much better than Phoenix. When I left, it was 112, and this is a beautiful drive, and hopefully I'm in frame. I'm still driving. About 15 minutes till I get to the lake. I'm hoping I don't get dumped on with rain. Man, it'd be the worst thing in the world, but I'm prepared for rain, but I'd rather it not rain. Also because I want a fire, and one of my meals I prefer to cook over fire. So, I guess y'all will find out what'll happen. But man, left at about 1 o'clock. I make 2 pit stops, one for ice and then one for, well, halfway through my drive I forgot I left a little squirt bottle of oil for cooking, so I stopped by the grocery store in Globe to pick some up. But I think I'm just gonna head straight to the lake, fish for about an hour unless I get rained on. And then book it at camp once it hits about 7:30, and hopefully in 30 minutes I can find a campsite and get some firewood and get things going, set up. It's beautiful up here. Alright, peace. Well, I said YOLO and decided to paddle. Didn't really get far. Hope ramp is right there. And yeah, got really windy, even worse. And I see a bunch of lightning. I mean, this really looks pretty shitty. I mean, that side looks pretty cool actually, so I fucked up just a little bit. I missed more lightning. I'm taking a video of it, but yeah, I guess I calmed down a bit. I'll paddle back and then go set up camp. Just sit in my car until it calms down. Kind of sucks, but oh well. Probably more dangerous to kayak all the way back to the boat launch. I could walk all the way back. It's not that bad. But I kind of don't want to walk all the way back to get my kayak later. So, brought 1 beer. Splish splash. Cheers. I mean, I See the remnants of a rainbow, so that's kind of neat. Anyways, I'm just gonna chill behind this tree while I hope for it to calm down a little bit. Hopefully lightning doesn't strike me or the tree next to me, because RIP, this is the last you'll hear from me. Alright. Also, I just wanted to point out this great zoom. There's my truck. I'm the only one in that lot. I think the last guy already, he just left. Where is? Oh, there he is. There he goes. They probably think I'm crazy and stupid, which I kind of am. But I got a life jacket. I'm somewhat safe. If I get struck by lightning, well, I don't know what to do about that. But I think it's calmed down a bit. Still see white caps over the lake. Get 5 more minutes. And I'll maybe kayak back. Because I definitely should set up my tent. Because if not, I'm going to be napping in my car. I'm in the middle of the lake. Not really. But these colors are crazy. And a little bit of a rainbow. But to the boat ramp. Oh my god. I just saw a shit ton of lightning. But I was hard to wait it out for a bit. The water has calmed down. Less white caps. Actually, I don't even see any right now. I made it back to the boat launch. It's probably backwards as fuck, but welcome back to my car. Kind of small rain, so that's not good. Oh my goodness, I just missed that. I am driving into where that storm is. So I probably will be camping in my car tonight. Maybe. I'll probably be able to set up the tarp and then, if anything, sleep under that, or who knows, I got a lot of time. Hopefully this just blows over. But I guess I'll catch you all whenever I get to camp. Alright, well, I'm at camp. There's still thunderstorms rolling around. A good bit of lightning. But I want to fire while I set up camp. So I did cut down a tree. Oh, what the fuck? Fuck off. So since things are kind of wet, I'm going to utilize some of the oil I just bought, some newspaper, and a bunch of twigs. So we'll see how it goes. Well, it's starting to rain. Drizzle. But fire do be going. A bit of cooking oil, newspaper, and well, that's all she wrote. But fuck. I'm gonna hope it doesn't downpour tonight. Cause well, let me give it 8:30. Nah, not even 8:30. It's probably about 8:15. And I haven't even set up camp. I just wanted a fire going because fire's nice. I love it. And I'm a little bit of a pyro, so couldn't help myself. So I'll be setting up my tarp and then probably my tent afterwards. Tarp first because I can just sleep in my car if anything. Put tarp so I can at least put some of my gear under it. Get it out of my car. Make some room for sleep in case it starts downpouring before that. But it'll also give me an area to cook in because I could take the kayak out of my truck and then start cooking on like my tailgate with my little propane grill, but that's sounds like more effort. I think I'd rather set up a tarp, have my gear under it, and be able to just cook under there. Put up them string lights, and ooh, the rain is. Those drizzles are getting a little heavier, so I should probably get going. Time check. It's 8:40. I have yet to get camp set up. Currently, I have my tarp half set up. I have, if you can imagine, kind of an A-frame, but the other side of the A, that other slant, isn't staked down yet. Started to rain a bit more, and yeah, it's been so interesting. Basically, just getting a light show in the distance. But if the rain blows over, I think it's letting up right now. But I will probably make dinner. I have beef stew and rice, and then I also made chicken adobo, which is a Filipino dish. But that's frozen. The beef stew is probably the most not frozen item I have. Besides steak, asparagus, potatoes, cherry tomatoes. I forget what kind of little tomatoes I got. I think also mushrooms and maybe onions. I forget what I packed. But that's for another dish, which is planned for mostly over the fire, but it's raining. So I definitely don't want to go through the effort of cooking tonight. So it's just probably set up my propane stove and then get that started after I finish setting up camp, because if I don't set up my tent, I'll be sleeping in my car, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Or I'm sleeping under this tarp, which is half finished, which will take another 5 minutes to finish setting up. Could definitely do that, but I'm worried if it starts to pick up on rain. I don't know if the spot I picked out will get washed out by rain. It's covered for now, but if enough rain comes through, then I'm gonna be wet when I sleep, which isn't not the best thing I want to do right now. So, goal right now is to finish setting up the tarp. Tent would most likely be next, and then get dinner going. But even with the light trickle of rain, if you can hear it, my fire is still going. Ooh. Anyways, I'm only 2 beers in. They're IPAs, but if I don't make any sense right now, I'll blame that. It's probably only going to get worse. So one thing that I carry on my with my knife a lot, pretty much all the time, whenever I have it on my belt, is ferro rod, and this is what I normally use to, okay, start my propane stove. Got this, no idea what belt this, or, yeah, some sort of tactical belt, a knife holder, and then, something I made out of paracord to hold, my ferro rod. It is pretty convenient, and the rain's picking up again, so I should probably move the camera really soon. But I'm heating up dinner. It is chicken adobo, which I made last night. It's a Filipino dish. Maybe I'll post a video about it on how to cook it. Who knows? And also, hopefully the audio comes out well, because this rain sounds pretty loud. But I also have like a light right there that's pointed towards me, and it's starting to get rained on, so I'm probably gonna move it soon. But yep, dinner is chicken adobo with some rice. I do have beef stew that I also made last night to prep for this trip. Another meal that I'm planning for is it'll be steak grilled over the fire, probably smoked for a while and then seared over the fire. And then I'll have some roasted, or either roasted or pan fried, pan something. It's gonna go into a cast iron, but it'll be it'll be asparagus, some tomatoes, probably some mushrooms, and little baby potatoes or whatever the little ones are. So it'll be hopefully a meal I'll make at some point over the weekend. But we'll see. But I'm gonna make dinner. My sleeping setup. Yeah, scooch on over. It comes up well. It is a hammock with my sleeping bag in it and a tarp over top. I didn't really think it through because if it rains enough sidewards, I'm screwed. I'm gonna get wet. And I didn't think that if rain drips down the lines that go to the tree, well, I'm probably gonna go wet too. It's first time hammock camping or trying it out, but if anything, I'll just make some room in my car and go sleep in my car. It's 10 feet right in front of me, so it's not gonna be the worst thing ever. But probably guys, but I'll probably catch you guys tomorrow morning. Hopefully the night goes well and the rain doesn't go too hard tonight. A lot of the lightning and thunder has chilled out, but it's still on and off raining. So we'll definitely see how it goes. And hoping tomorrow is a lot clearer because the weekend didn't call for rain. I think today called for a little bit, but it's a big area for the area code, whichever one it is. So weather's not always accurate, but always hoping for the best. Well, peace out, good night, making dinner, gonna go to sleep, maybe, or just chill next to the fire if it survives the rain. So, peace out.
Good morning. It's 6:15. Weather doesn't look super clear right now. It's still cloudy. Doesn't look like it's. I mean, it could rain a little bit, light rain, but It's nice and still right now. It should probably be great to get on the water, but I slept well. Woke up once. It's a little cold. But I was right about my sleeping bag. It's filled with a down material, so whenever it is compressed, it doesn't really work well. And so the top of my body was pretty warm, but even right now I can feel it. My butt's cold. So I'm gonna try and put like something under my sleeping bag to help insulate. I do have a foam pad, but it's more rigid. So I don't know how well that's gonna work in a sleeping bag. I mean, in a hammock. I'll give it a try tonight. But time to get ready and go catch some fish. Well, I think I'm mostly situated, but made it on the water. I think it's a time check. Currently trolling. 7:10. Not bad. Man, there's a bunch of birds flying around the water right now. A lot of small ones. I saw an eagle yesterday swoop down and pick up a fish that recently died. But this lake has a pretty bad algae bloom. And yeah, it's pretty noticeable. The entirety of like the top is just stained with algae, and you can see little clumps of it at the surface, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm still seeing fish jump, so optimistic. This is a voiceover of me going over the footage, but I'm pretty sure that was a stocked brook trout. The colors aren't great on it compared to what brook trout normally look like, and I don't know why, but that was the most subtle bite that I didn't even notice. My rod barely even moved. It twitched, and from the camera footage, I see it twitching, but I've had fish half that size fight harder than that, which is really strange. But hey, nice. Caught a fish, I guess. Oh, still good, but well, it's on the lake from 7 a.m. till just about 11 o'clock. I was loading up at 10:55, but
has a really bad algae bloom, so I didn't really catch anything. I caught one fish on accident, I think. I felt my rod bounce around a bit, and then it stopped. Oh, what the heck? A little chipmunk squirrel thing just ran across my camp. But, yeah, reeled it in and realized, oh, there's a fish on there. It was a brook trout, which is the first time I've got one. That was pretty cool. Other than that, might have had one bite, but, oh, God, that was so rough. So I don't know if I'm gonna fish a bunch tomorrow, depending how tonight goes. Might hit up a hiking trail, go see somewhere cool. That's a maybe. We'll see what happens. But make lunch, take a nap, get ready for the night bite. But cool. Peace. Well, I lied about that. Making lunch and whatnot. But I went on a little hike. There's a West Fork Black River near my campsite, so I'm hiking down into the valley and seeing what I can find. I've heard fishing's good there, but I scouted out first, and it's a lot of walking through grass so far. Camp is somewhere up there, so getting back will be interesting. But I found some wild berries. I believe these are raspberries, but I don't know how ripe these guys are yet. But there's a whole patch of them right here. Wild raspberries, I believe. They don't, there's not a ton, so I don't think I'm gonna pick many, or at all, any at all. But, it's a neat find. Maybe I'll just try one for shits and giggles. See how it is. Actually, I'm not entirely sure what this is. It's not... I know what it is. I've read it in a book. But no idea how these taste. Yeah, they're not raspberries. I lied. Kind of look like it, but yeah, I forgot what the name for the plant is. But if I find out later, or look into my book, I'll have them at home. Kind of do want to learn how to forage and whatnot, just for like native Arizona plants and stuff I can eat. Be a nice little treat every now and again. But if I figure it out, I'll put it right here, I guess. No idea if I'll find it or not, but if I do, the name of the plant will be there, or fruit, whatever. Back to hiking through grass. Alright, well, making my way down. I can hear running water, but I think the spot that I'm hiking around in is a burn scar, and that's why all of this looks really dead. But such is life. Things are growing back, but onwards. Well, I just moved about 10 feet and found the running water. It's not the creek, or it's not the river yet. This might be a natural spring that's flowing through. So maybe on the hike back up I just try to follow it, but it looks a little treacherous. But running water. Ooh. Whoa. That's refreshing. I want to say that you can drink this water, since it's feeding from a natural spring, probably a natural spring, but that's alright. Oh well. But yeah, I don't want diarrhea or any other waterborne stuff. So keep heading down to the river, see what I find. You know, there's a saying, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Pretty sure a lot of those people died. But this is gonna be a bitch to get up. The view's pretty crazy though. Adopted a really tall walking stick, but also, holy fuck, I made it. This is sick. I was somewhere up there. Now I'm down here. It's probably a good 20 stories maybe? I don't know. Going down was easier. Going up will be, it'll suck balls, but maybe I'll find an easier path up because my legs are scratched the fuck up. But I'm gonna explore the creek a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna get my shoes wet and just say fuck it, or yeah, I'm just gonna say get my shoes wet and wade through the water. Also, side note, it took about an hour to get here. So it's probably gonna take me about 2 hours to get back up. So that's gonna suck. Well, that's enough exploring for now. It's the river runs through whatever this bush of trees, shrubs are. So I don't feel like walking straight through all the plants. So time to head back up. Don't think I found anything, any other easier routes to get back up, but we'll see. Where's next man? Here's how it is. Oh shit. I had come from that direction. I want to follow this little stream. See where, if I can find where the spring starts. So, more exploring. Also, I mean, this way in general will get me to the road. The dirt road that, well, I can find camp pretty easy that way. So it's been like 20 minutes. The stream
keeps going up through there, so I'm not gonna follow that because I need to go the other way. Don't do what I do and decide to rock climb things. Definitely not the safest thing. Like I just did this section. Definitely gonna save me like 15 minutes, but I could, you know, just roll over and die. But a little bit more up to go before we get to the top. Also, this tree, whatever this is, has some fruit on it, which I have no idea if they're blueberries or not. I don't eat blueberries. I already squished one. That's the seed that was on it. But definitely not going to try and eat this. I squished one and sniffed it, but don't know what it is. If it is a blueberry, cool. I found some in the wild on a cliff. Might pin this on a map maybe and come back next year and see if it's still alive. But I'll ID it later, and I'll put a text on the video saying if it's bad or not. Oh, made it back without a map. That's pretty cool. So, still got my walking stick. Served me very well. But now let's make some food, gather some firewood for tonight, and then nap. Should have brought those pants that I was wearing when I was fishing, because from getting poked by a billion bushes and scraped by a billion bushes and branches, my legs are definitely tingly and itchy. I think it was worth it. It was fun. Well, it's starting to rain, and starting a fire with wet stuff probably won't be easy. Probably do the oil thing again, but might be alright. I guess enough oil will get things going. Still need to cook lunch. It's probably about 4 o'clock. But it's time to make a late lunch. Well, if this mic is sensitive enough, it's just my phone, but there's quite a bit of thunder in the background. It sounds very distant for now, but I don't know if I'm gonna go back to the lake. Fishing wasn't good. I mean, who knows what the night bite will be like. Did catch one fish. I guess that counts. But yeah, if the weather's like yesterday, maybe I'll just short fish, cast out, check out some power bait, and then hope for the best. Don't really like fishing with power bait because I find it boring. Trolling is, I mean, it's for most probably boring, just because you chuck your line out and then paddle, troll, and you just let your lure just go around. I just find it more efficient. But yeah, one's picking up a little bit too, so I'm really hoping it wasn't like yesterday. Anyways, that was a short update. So it's raining now. It's good that I waited. It's 3:45. Whatever time I said earlier what I thought it was, definitely wasn't it. But I don't think I'll be going to the lake. I mean, I might in an hour, depending what the weather looks like. Ideally, I'd like to fish like 4 or 5 o'clock till sunset. And the rain has let up. And a nice burst of wind. It's kind of nice that the spot I'm at and where the wind's blowing, it's quite covered. So the winds aren't that bad here, so I've noticed. The winds were coming from that direction, where there's not much cover. I wouldn't say I'm screwed, but it'd be a lot worse. Anyways, catch you guys later with another update. Update. I haven't caught anything. No nibbles, no bites. I think if this happens again tomorrow morning, I am resorting to power bait. If not, I'll go to the bait and tackle shop and buy worms. Or the little shop on the lake. Because I cannot catch them on anything artificial, and I'm starting to hate it. I just want to feel the tug of a fish. Also, it's 7:50 now, maybe. Basically, just cruising it. Well, my trolling motor has 5 speeds. I'm at medium. Yeah, number 3. So I normally troll at 1 or 2. But I'm basically just speed running the rest of this lake because I haven't actually gotten to see it. But yeah, I'm just gonna make a quick little loop. Call it a day. Thankfully they got toilets at this lake, so I don't have to dig a hole and poop in it. So load up my truck. Try to poop. Don't really gotta poop, but probably should try. Also thinking about what I'm doing for dinner. Ran out of rice. And I can still eat the beef. I have another container of beef stew I can heat up. Do have some chicken adobo, but it's just the chicken. I don't have any rice to go with it, which I normally eat it with rice. The beef stew thing with rice is I don't know if it's probably not normal for most people, but a lot of people in Hawaii do it. I'm considering cooking steak with some asparagus, little cherry tomato things, mushrooms. What else did I bring? Oh yeah, and little baby looking potatoes. So
guess we'll see how the weather goes. I did see lightning again, and I can see rain off in the distance. I mean, it hasn't even rained much today, but I want to cook over a fire, and I don't want to get rained out and then have to figure life out. I'm also still kind of tired from that hike. Took like a 30-minute nap. And if fishing is still absolute garbage tomorrow, I might consider just going on seeing if I can find a hike nearby. Did some research on some of the hikes in the area. The only one I know of, but that one's long, is Mount Baldy. I'd probably do it and then like get to the peak and come back down in a day, but I'd probably just end up like setting up camp again or sleeping in my car. Because I want to say it's like 10 miles, but I have no idea because I don't have service. Look at that view. All the little birds swarming around. Hi, birds. Alright. Hi, cows. Kind of strange that cows can come all the way out here. All the way up to like the lakeside. But I guess, hey, free water. Just gotta be careful when you're walking over there or whatever you're doing. You're at the ramadas or whatever you call those things, ramadas or blah, blah, blah. Careful, they might sneak up on you and come for a snack. But alright, it's getting dark. Please don't be covered in shit. You're not. Nice. Just like sensitive enough to pick up the cow's wing. I'm looking forward to coming back and looking at it. Well, reviewing the footage, not coming back here. I'll give it come back next year. Might do another Blue Ridge Reservoir trip or check out Knoll Lake again. Knoll Lake was one of my favorite spots, but it's a solid, like, at least hour on dirt roads. Maybe I do some bass fishing instead. Maybe my trout luck has run out. later in the season. These clouds look crazy. Kind of looks like a good bit of cotton candy right up there in the clouds. They also seem oddly low. Well, we're also, I think this lake is at around 9,000 feet elevation, so understandable. That cloud out in the distance over there looks like a giant mushroom cloud that something exploded.
Well, I'm back at camp. Got no bites, trolling, drop shouting. I might even, at this point, go to the store tomorrow and pick up, I don't know, some worms. Try drop shouting that, because they are not biting anything I'm throwing artificial, and it's getting to me. Too many sessions of not. I think I spent like, what, 5 hours on the lake? One fish. But got the fire. Oh, I should move that. Anyways, I really want to cook steak. It sounds so good right now. I do have it in my cooler, but I think I'm gonna save it for tomorrow for lunch. It sounds so good, but I feel so lazy. I think it's just the prep. I mean, there's not even much prep for my, like, the side I have with it. But yeah, I'm just lazy right now. I'll do it tomorrow even though I have to pack up camp. But no tent, I just have to fold up the tarp, put everything back in the truck. The only annoying thing to pack is my sleeping bag, but that's the only thing. So yeah, I guess I'll maybe give out more random updates later on throughout the night. Pretty sure I'm just gonna heat up more beef stew. Don't have rice, but still got potatoes in there, so that'll be filling. Not even that hungry, but highlight for today is going to West Fork Black River, I think. I don't think there's fish in that section. I know there's sections that are a lot that get deeper and it's a lot bigger, but maybe one day I'll explore that area. I know a good bit of it hits the reservation, and I don't know the permits. I know you can buy a fishing license, like a day pass ticket, whatever. But I don't know about camping on the reservation, what you have to do for that. I haven't done it yet, so as soon as I figure it out, maybe I'll give out some info for it. But got a Juice Force IPA from Voodoo. But cheers to Saturday. Dinner update. Got my fire here. Got a pot of beef stew. And me. Doing solo trips is sometimes it's not that great. You know, spending time out here is always a plus for me. And I've been doing, at least this year, quite a bit of solo trips. And some of the trips are scouting missions to figure out whether or not some place is viable. Like I did Blue Ridge Reservoir to see how viable kayak camping was, and just scouted out campsites, spent the whole day there, fished, and it's a great place. I pretty much have done trips to every lake on the Mogollon Rim, or however you pronounce it. A friend showed me, one of my best friends showed me Willow Springs and Woods Canyon. I explored Bear Canyon solo. Chevron, okay, actually, no. It was a group mission between me and my best friend to figure out Chevron. We only been once. I've been twice. I checked out the south tip, or southern tip, southern cove? I don't know. And the southern section of it. And well, I accidentally broke my alternator somehow. Went through a mud puddle and oopsie, did something. I did Knoll solo. Now I'm at Big Lake solo. Right now, well, there's a ton of camping spots, and I do definitely want to come back when the algae bloom isn't a problem. But it's always nice to have at least another person around for these things. You shoot the shit, hang out, talk. I mean, also, camp chores are a lot easier. Like, I have this big ass fire, and I'm here by myself. But a lot of the times, like, even going down to the creek, river, whatever you call it, I don't think anyone I know would want to traverse that and do the dumb stuff I do. So that's where the plus comes in, where I trust myself enough to do some dumb stuff within reason. I think about it sometimes. Oh god, bug. And I try to stay relatively safe. Like, I definitely could have just, like, broke my ankle and had to crawl up the mountain, but I knew where camp was. I just had to head down into the canyon, find the creek, river, whatever, and then climb back up. Now, there was no actual path to get down there, but I've done trail running. I've literally ran down mountains where people, like, are just walking and crawling up little hills and whatnot. So I'm fairly experienced with at least being on my toes and staying stable. Like, I didn't fall. I took things slow because I knew if I did something really stupid, I could actually get hurt. But it's really cool what you can push yourself to do. But it's also fun just to have people around. So I've had this question asked before. Like, isn't it scary to solo camp, or just the surprise factor of, like, oh my god, like, you go by yourself? And well, it's understandable. There have been sketchy, not sketchy, just scary, not scary, but the darkness fucks with you. It messes with you quite a bit. Like, I have my fire that's illuminating my face right now, but darkness. So I get it. But if you can find an area that is bound to have people, you're probably fine. Like, on my way in to this camp area, there's probably 40-some people camping out here. I saw, like, what, 1, 2,
there's 3 RVs less than a quarter mile that way. There's an RV that way. Another truck pulled in to like where I'm camping at, but took a turn, so they're off that way. So they had 2 people in their truck. I saw 4 vehicles at a campsite even further that way. I could just go on, but this place is fairly popular, and for good reason. I mean, the fishing is supposed to normally be good, and also the abundance of camp spots. Like I followed someone in, and they had like 2 mountain bikes on the back of their car. So someone else with like a bunch more mountain bikes on their car. So there's trails around here too. So this place is fairly popular, and so coming here by myself, I'm not that worried. Animals, they don't want to mess with you for the most part. So I mean, if they did, like, I could just run to someone else's campsite. I mean, hopefully I have a headlamp, or I'm able to have my phone, have my flashlight, and just literally just run. I can literally run that way, or that way, and find people within, like, 3 minutes. So, animals don't particularly scare me much. There are areas where they do. When you get to more remote spots, that's when the darkness messes with you, and the fear for animals, or just something crazy to happen, will start to mess with you. So if you want to do solo trips, I do quite a bit of them, and they're quite nice. You have freedoms. You don't have to abide by anyone's schedule. You don't have to worry about anyone else. Just you doing your own thing. But the only sucky part is I gathered a bunch of firewood, cut down like 5 trees, processed all of them. I didn't split them or anything, but life could be easier when you have another set of hands to help you out with camp chores. But anyways, solo camping is pretty neat. If you're worried about it, just go somewhere fairly popular and you should be alright. You should be. Just don't do anything too dumb. Anyways, peace. Update for my sleeping situation. Instead of just raw dogging a sleeping bag in a hammock, since the hammock isn't insulated in any way, I have this Therm-a-Rest. Therm-a-Rest something. Therm-a-Rest Lite. I don't remember the R value on it, but it'll help insulate me a bit more. Because the hammock isn't insulated at all, and maybe I might improve my sleep. Maybe it won't. But I also don't know if I'm supposed to have the yellow side down or the silver side down. I have no idea if it matters. But, I mean, silvery things reflect heat. I have no idea, honestly. I'm just a camp enthusiast, but I'll give y'all an update in the morning on how the sleep goes, and when I decide to get up to go fish. Maybe I'll leave my GoPro on and go through the store and have a first person thing of the store. Who knows? Anyways, good night, y'all. Morning. Well, I did wake up before sunrise, about 4:50. Decided I'll sleep in. It's at 7:30 now, and I think I'm lie back down. But the sleeping pad in my hammock worked out really well. Got to the point when I woke up once at like 3 a.m. going, oh my goodness, it's so warm in here. So the insulation on the foam pad definitely did help a ton. But yeah, lay back down. Hoping the bugs leave me alone. It's the only annoying part, is I don't have a bug net. I mean, I technically do. I don't feel like sleeping. It's only one of those bug nets you put over your head. I don't feel like sleeping with it on, so I have some extra material from the hammock. I've been just covering my face with. So I'll leave in like 30-40 minutes. So this is weird, but I've had a headache for since like 5 a.m. It's now like 9:30. It got bad enough to the point that I took medication for it, which has helped. Can't really feel it much anymore. I feel it tingling a little bit. Not really tingling, but it's still slightly there. But yeah, so probably head to the lake, go use the bathroom, and then check out the little store there. Hopefully they're open on Sundays. But maybe I'll go fishing, maybe I won't.
So it's the next morning. After I did that hike to West Fork, Black River, my legs look worse now. So I'm gonna take a sneak peek. I'm sure there's stuff on the backside of my calves too, but I'm not going through the effort of filming that. But just cooked lunch. I was a little too lazy to film it. But feeling better. Took about till 10:30 for that headache to fully go away, or the medicine finally just kicked in fully. Yeah, it's strange. Never had a bad headache like that in a long time. So maybe there's something wrong with me. Hope not, but cook that steak over the fire, letting it rest. And then I have like a medley of stuff under it. I got mushrooms, potatoes, little cherry tomato things, and asparagus. So it's gonna be a ginormous meal. Well, here it is. Here's lunch, dinner, breakfast. Probably the only meal I'm gonna be eating today. But cook on it. Could have what do you call it? I smoked it for I don't know, a while. If I took it off like 20 minutes earlier, then seared it, probably would have gotten a proper medium rare. But bon appetit.
the rain has passed. Got a little rained out, so I just went into my car in case it got worse, but didn't really get worse. So I was just a little cold. But camp's all put away. Clear skies. So I guess I'll head to the lake. Maybe get on the kayak or fish from shore. I have no idea at this point. But peace out, campsite at Big Lake. Well, peace out, Big Lake. I got my truck loaded up, all my camping gear. I did one last trip around the lake, so I at least caught a fish. But here's my kayak, loaded up, strapped down, everything else put away. But I caught one fish, and compared to that brook trout I caught, it's like two-thirds of that size. So surprisingly, he bit on a 1/4 ounce Z-ray, so that lure was like literally like maybe 1/4 to 1/5 of its body, probably like closer to 1/4. But this place is beautiful, but I probably won't be back till sometime next year. Well, for one, the fishing sucks unless a big group wants to go camping and find a lot of open space. Then I got it. But yeah, until the algae bloom is controlled, I won't be back. Well, the last time signing out. Time to head home. Some interesting stuff's on the road. Peace.